Okay, kids, we're still on our second skill, which is problem solving. So it's skill number 2 in Drops in the Bucket, and we're working on word problems. And our little checklist, which I kind of laminated with tape so that I can check it off as I do it. So the problem is, how many inches should we cut from a 17-inch sheet of paper to leave just 8 inches? So we need to follow our checklist. So we need to read this problem 2 times. So I read it once and visualize it. So I'm picturing a piece of paper that is 17 inches long. And after I cut some of it off, I'm left with just 8 inches. So I read the problem twice and I visualized it. I'm going to underline the question. So the question is, how many inches should we cut from a 17-inch sheet of paper to leave just 8 inches? So we need to figure out the question. So we know that we have 17 inches, 17 minus, because we're going to cut some away, 17 minus something equals 8 inches. So the sheet was 17 inches. We're going to cut some of the inches away. We don't know how many of those inches to end up with 8 inches. So this is our math problem. 17 minus what equals 8? So we could take out our number line. That's one of our strategies that we learned. And our number line, if I start at 17, 17 take away what equals 8? So I can count backwards until I get to 8, starting at 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 17 minus 9 equals 8. And that is a true story, kids. So if I had a sheet of paper that was 17 inches, and I cut 9 inches off, I'd be left with 8 inches. Let's do another one. Read the problem 2 times. So this is a camel. A thirsty camel can drink 30 gallons of water in just minutes. How many gallons would be needed for 2 thirsty camels? Let's read it again. Think about it. Visualize it. So I'm picturing a camel and he's drinking a lot. He's drinking 30 gallons of water in just a couple minutes. How many gallons would be needed for 2 thirsty camels? So I'm picturing another one of these guys. The first one, he drank 30 gallons. And then there's another one over here and he also drank 30 gallons. So the question is, how many gallons would be needed for 2 thirsty camels? So, got my checklist here. I read the problem twice. I was picturing it happening. I had one camel. He drank 30 gallons in just minutes. And the question is, how many gallons would be needed for 2 thirsty camels? So if one camel can drink 30 gallons, and I have 2 camels, so that's another 30 gallons. So my problem is actually 30 plus 30 equals what? So we did underline the question, and we're going to come back and figure out what is 30 plus 30. Well, we have 3 tens and 3 tens. So now I have 3 units of 10 and 3 units of 10. 3 plus 3 is 6. So that gives me 60 gallons. Okay, last one off this sheet. Skill 2 from Drops in the Bucket. Here's our next word problem. Most of these cactus plants grow to 45 feet tall, but one of them grew to 33 feet taller. How tall was that cactus? Again, Most of these cactus plants grow to be about 45 feet tall. Most of them get to be about 45 feet tall. But one of the cactuses grew 33 feet taller. So this one was 45 feet, and there was another one, and that one grew 45 feet plus 33 more feet. So how tall was that cactus? So I read it twice, and I was picturing this cactus being 45 feet, and then there was another one that came and it grew 33 feet taller. So 45 plus 33. So I have a cactus that's normally 45 feet tall. But then this one special cactus came along and he grew 33 feet taller. So he was 45, but he kept growing and growing and growing. He went 33 feet taller than 45. So it looks like I have an addition problem here. 45 plus 33 equals what? So I have 45 plus 33. I can add my ones. I have 5 ones plus 3 ones. 5 plus 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 ones, and now I'm going to add my tens. 4 tens and 3 tens. 4 plus 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer is 78 feet. So that bigger cactus, when it grew bigger, it was 45 feet, the regular one, but this special one grew 33 feet taller. So the question is, how tall was that cactus, this big giant one? We know that it's 78 feet tall.